in this session, we shall hear from 4 different speakers who will present 4 different cases on how to work on this cause. And after each speaker, our panel of experts will ask questions and comment. So I wanted to welcome now our panel. They are Raymond Johansen, the Secretary General of the Norwegian People's Aid, Miranda Aaland from No to Nuclear Weapons Oslo, and the moderator from our last panel, Robert K. Elder, who is sitting on stage. So I ask the other 2 to join him. I think it's better if you use the 3 chairs over there. Our first speaker in this session will be a nuclear disarmament expert, a peace and human rights activist, educator, and communication strategist. She works with Lex International Fund, which was funded by the previous director of ICANN, Beatrice Finn. And many of you have met her on Instagram, where she's tirelessly advocating for nuclear disarmament. I want you all to give a warm welcome to Emma Pike.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ingve. Thank you all so much for giving me this opportunity today to share a little bit about one particular tool that I think we all need to be using more in the fight for a world without nuclear weapons. And you may be as shocked as I was to learn that today, actually, more and more people, especially young people, but adults of all ages, turn to social media not only for entertainment, but actually as a source of news. And among Gen Z, nearly half report using social media actually as their primary news source, and almost as many report using it as their preferred search engine. So preferring it to Google. When they have a question, they search things there. And so social media isn't just a distraction anymore. It's really where people go to search for information and to form beliefs, and it's where they meet the world. And so if we want to build a world without nuclear weapons, which I'm very confident that all of us in this room are determined that we will, then we really need to meet people where they are, and that includes on social media. So when I personally first started using the very popular video platform TikTok, as well as Instagram, and posting videos about nuclear disarmament, I was completely unprepared for the onslaughts of pushback that I would receive and just how ferocious they would be. It really caught me off guard, but every single day, perhaps predictably for those in this room, I would hear the same things. So nuclear weapons are necessary. They're the only reason that we haven't had a World War III, or nuclear weapons reliably deter conflict. Nuclear weapons are so terrible that they will never be used again. Nobody would ever let that happen. Or sometimes it would simply be, abolition sounds great, but that is a naive dream. And all of that did a U-turn, actually, when I shared a video of a woman named Toshiko Tanaka. And 80 years ago today, at just 6 years old, Mrs. Tanaka survived the atomic bombing of Hiroshima. And in this video that I shared of her with immense courage and dignity, she shared what happened to her, what she felt, what she saw, what she smelled, and what she heard, and what happened to those around her. And immediately, this one particular video went viral, and it was viewed millions and millions of times, and suddenly, for the first time, all of those voices, those very, very loud voices that were defending nuclear weapons, fell silent. I saw almost none. And instead, people were expressing their deep emotion, but also their outrage. And so many people were asking, why have I never seen this before? Why have we never seen or heard this before? And many were also asking, what can I do? I want to do something. And so that moment taught me two very important things. The first is that nuclear weapons can really only be justified in the abstract, but in the face of the reality of what they do to human bodies, to human psyche, to the environment, to life itself. In the face of that reality, they truly are indefensible. And then abolition actually becomes the only logical conclusion. And the second thing that really taught me is that people are not actually disengaged. It's not really so much that they don't care about disarmament. It's more that people have never been invited into the conversation in a way that feels accessible and human and relevant. And they've never also been shown pathways to a world without nuclear weapons. And so while those myths are very deeply embedded in the public imagination, I realized, I suppose, that most people just haven't been sort of invited into that conversation, which is why talking about this in sort of new ways is so important, because on my social media, I don't just share testimony. I try to debunk myths and sort of explain policy or current events in plain language, and connect nuclear disarmament very relevantly to the previous panel to broader issues like climate justice and colonialism and militarism. And over time, I've found myself become a very trusted voice for thousands of people who we might not have reached otherwise, who are like not part of this conversation already, but we really need more people who are doing this, because what we talk about and how we talk about it and where, and also who we talk with, really shapes the world that we live in. Because I've really learned that our words shape our belief. And belief really shapes what people can imagine, what they can resist, what they can accept, and ultimately what they can act on. So I just want to end by reminding us that disarmament is, and nuclear abolition really, is not a technical problem. It's really a thoroughly human problem, and it's a challenge of political will, which means that necessarily it has a human solution. And so to bring that solution to being, we need to give everybody the chance to have a voice. So thank you. I'll leave it there. Thank you very much.
Just stay. Please stay. So thank you so much, Emma, for sharing that and for sharing your experience on talking about these issues. So I want to hand it over to the panel now to comment on what they've heard. Miranda, do you want to go first? You're an activist too.
Hello, everyone. It's really an honor to be here. Thank you so much. And thank you, Emma, for this very